Excellent. What's up, everybody? Let's get right to the juice. I wish I could I gotta figure out how to do all the camera settings, but let's get right to day 2. Follow me. I'm building my $1 billion startup. Guess what? On day 2, I was granted access to the most craziest program ever, Manus.im. I'm over here, and look, it's on step 2 of 10. I just typed in the prompt about my whole tiptracker.ai website, everything that I wanted, and boom, it's off creating it. I've already seen it a little bit. It's working. So I've even implemented that I want a paywall right now with Stripe, and we'll see what they do. But the only point of today is I'm going to just bring you right to ChatGPT, and we're just going to go over some of the websites that have got me this far. Right? List all websites you know that have helped me with this project I'm building for TipTracker.ai. Mention everything in a list form, minimal text, facts only. Let's go. Because I want to get to the straight point here, helping you guys out. Oh my God, we had a fail. That is actually, I just heard of this new website today called Tempo, which is actually a website that's going to connect your Supabase, your Stripe, and then your code. I'm going to go check that out right after this, but supposedly Manus is the one we're trying it out. Supabase is for the back end. Definitely check out Supabase, and you're going to have to figure out how to tell ChatGPT or whatever program you're working with to write back end SQL code. You copy that SQL code and bring it to Supabase. Auth 0 is still something I'm learning about. It's for authentication, for logging in. Vercel is deployment and hosting. They're linked up with V0. Netlify is where I eventually bought the domain name and hooked it up to my website. I believe it's all going through Netlify. It's supposed to be deployed through Netlify, but I'm having it through Vercel. GitHub, I've lost a little bit over the last few days. It's where I basically store all my codes and websites. Cursor is what I've been using for a coding environment. You could just basically type in plain English and get these websites to work for you. Type in plain English of what you want and click send, and it'll work. Polar might be the brother or sister to Stripe for payment processing. I'm figuring out how to hook that up to websites now, because obviously my goal is to have a SaaS, just like basically a online calculator, have a basic tier and a for sale tier. Once I have that up and running, this project is over and I can sleep at night. Stack Blitz was amazing. That's connected with bolt.new. Basically those two, just you could type in whatever you want, plain English, and boom, spits out tons of code and organizes it into files. I was just thinking about bolt.new today. Yes, it is awesome, and it basically is what got me fired up to even learn, to even delve into this type of project. Just to see code written that fast, separated into files, was awesome to see and inspired me, which is then how I figured out and got into the Cursor, which is how I found David Andre. Great YouTuber. Oh, today I was learning about indexed databases. Instead of local storage on your phone, you can have an indexed database. I'm going to have to even learn more about that, but supposedly it's even more popular or stronger database, but not without using Supabase as a database. You can use an indexed database, and that's still stronger than a local database, which so much to learn. Render, I haven't used it at all. AWS, I believe, is Amazon's backend. Firebase, I still haven't used it, but I've talked about it. Supposedly it's a good backend. N8N, I heard about it yesterday. I wanted to try it, but still haven't. Zapier, haven't tried it. IFT, haven't tried any of these yet. Manus.im, I'm on it right now. Let's go check back in and see where it is on the project. It's still, it's asking me for information. Would you like to keep the current dark light mode options? Keep dark and light theme mode options and add more. User's choice. I want this website only behind paid while the users get the options of more colors. For the calendar interaction, would you prefer a simple click on a day that opens a pop-up to enter tips, a more interactive drag or swipe gesture for tips? I like click and enter tips only because I'm scared drag and drop won't work. If you can make drag and drop of the most common tips like 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 500, 600, 700, and maybe something like that would work if it always worked easier for the user. See, I'm getting into the craziness. For the premium features teaser in the free section, should we to tease the user into buying the new upgrades, we have to show them that they're available but out of use for unpaid tier. Force the sale. Force for the sale. How's everybody doing today? What are we doing? Do you need my Stripe keys or my Supabase info? Let me know. Anything clear and short and sweet. Let's finish this up. I want a thank you. Basically, everybody, you're watching it all happen right now, from just plain English to the magic. Let's see what happens here. It is a few minutes in between everything happening. I've had this project running for 15 minutes, but supposedly it was waiting for my answers right there for a couple minutes, and it wouldn't proceed until I answered, which is cool. But what if I wasn't here? Sometimes I like to walk away and let the computer work. So that's a lot of everything I'm going through. Let me go back to that one last time. Gemini, ChatGPT, Sonnet, Claude Sonnet, DeepSeek. Oh, and Google Cloud Console seems to be pretty good right now. It seems to be like not free, but APIs that I'm going to be able to use with the Google world. So that's a bunch of lists of websites that who's ever on this journey with me, I want you to check out. I can't believe I was granted access to MANUS.ai. The next video I have, I'll bring you along there with me. Cool, man. Check out my website. It's tiptracker.ai. It's up and running, but it is super basic right now. And even I went and saw that the analytics page is not even working. So even though it was born yesterday on 3/13 and today is actually Pi Day, let's go ahead and just stick with me. Check it out. Use it. Give me some loyalty. I need some loyalty people on tiptracker.ai. Start tracking your tips. I'm only going to get better. I'm only going to get more storage. And I want the app to be sleeker, more professional, and eventually have an AI which tells you what to do with the money. You know? Can't wait. Thanks for being here. Peace.